90-minute spin intervals, day 142, was good. Well, I was really pumped for it actually. I was really looking forward to it. Through this industrial straight because I took another wrong turn. I ended up finding this like unreal loop, which is about 900 meters from junction to junction. So there was a couple of camper vans parked there and stuff, but it was just like a big loop of 900 meters. And my session today was, well, the warm up and the warm down consisted of 30 minutes, and then it was 1 minute on, 1 minute off, times 30. So it was 30 minutes hard intensity and 30 minutes rest, and then 30 minutes warm up, cool down. So it was perfect. It felt like a velodrome. So I was just bombing it around there, and it's hard to get a good read on what I was getting because once I'm down in that position, but it was good. And I was thinking when I was cycling, I was like, oh, I really need to get like an indoor trainer because this session would have been perfect for it because definitely wouldn't have missed anything. But that was great, and I've stumbled across that by accident. So I'll use that for any more interval sets. But it's good because I'm just, the handling, the cycling handling. So when I'm racing, when I'm turning, that's one thing that you won't get if you're always on a trainer. So that's brilliant. Worst news, left calf's gone. Had to take a lot of time to think about how I'm going to explain this in a constructive way that I can work with, because I'm a little bit borderline distraught. I'm seeing someone next Thursday, and I had it booked in prior this happening, hoping to get there. Didn't. I did the warm up and it didn't feel good, and I was like, fuck it, it'll be alright. And look, just keep going, it might be alright, because last night I went for a 45-minute run, and at the start it was shit, but afterwards it sorted itself out. This was a track session, running faster, and I did the first set. Probably shouldn't have, but I did it because I was like, well, 800 meters. So it wasn't even the first set, it was the first interval. And I was like, oh, for fuck's sake, like, there's something there, feels a bit, but I could probably push through this. And then started the next 400, and then I did it in 50 minutes, and then I was just in my head, I was like, who the fuck are you trying to prove? And I was like, yeah, fuck these people. So I was just like, right, I don't know, I just got myself, because I'm on a track, I was like, I just automatically go into competitive mode where I'm just like, I want to win, I want to run against these people. I don't even know these people. I mean, they're just some people at the track. I mean, there wasn't even, that's like a running group, but it wasn't even that warm, wasn't even that welcoming, wasn't even that, nice to be around, but I was still had the fucking like blinkers on, like, let's have it. And yeah, have I shot myself in the foot? I guess so, because have I been proactive in helping this injury not happen? I haven't seen anyone since being here, since Thailand. I could say money's down to money. I'm saving up for a car, and all my money and focus is going towards that. And I've kind of been so laxy-daisy of just trying to find someone to see. But look, at least it's happened now, 6 weeks out. But I've got a triathlon, not this weekend, next weekend, and I don't know how I'm going to do that. I don't think I can do that. The run section, I'll be able to swim, and I'll be able to bike, and I'll be able to do the transitions, and maybe just do like the first 5k. It's only 15k. But yeah, worst day in Australia so far. Just before I go to bed, tonight's been a very emotional night for me. It really has. It's made me think loads. From being in that down mood, a thing I kind of do is I kind of try and look at myself as a third person and look at me, and I almost judge it or analyse it, is probably a better word, and I'm like, who the fuck is that? Is that someone we want to be? Is that someone we're proud to be? Are we going to be that person? What are we going to do about that? And I like to think, right, well, how are we going to fix it? And it's hard to be like that sometimes when I get so emotional. But I was thinking that I'm blessed to be emotional about it, because It's shit not fucking having a drive for something. I can't remember the last time where I've been so knocked off of something that I want to do, and which tells me that I'm in the right place. I'm doing what I should be doing because I'm so driven about it and so locked in on what I want to achieve. It's given me this emotion, the drive, and I should use that as a sign to tell me that, yes, I want to give up, but you're in the right spot. You need to stay here. I need to lean into this and just be like, right, well, now what? Now what are we going to do? How are we going to be better? How are we going to ride this adversity? And that's what I'm taking into before bed, instead of borderline distraught, which I was earlier. I've managed to shift it and I'm feeling way more positive. Essentially, I've just moved the goalposts. Swim done, and it was good swim. But at first I was very worried about the calf pushing off at the edge. So each time I hit the edges, I just took it slow, turned, like formed again, and then pushed off one leg. I can't yet tuck turn, so it's interesting because when I swim, sometimes it takes me fucking ages to get rhythm, and I'm talking like 1,500 meters. And today's set was a warm-up of 1,000, and then we were into 10 sets of 200. First at 100 hard, trying to aim for 140 to 145, and then the second set like kind of resting recovery, 15 seconds rest, then straight back in. But I found that I didn't really get a flow until set 5, and that's 1,500 meters in, and I think that's crazy, but it feels so frustrating. It's not, I don't know, my mindset to it is like, oh, why can't I get it first meter? But then it's like, well, that's the only warm up. And then maybe I should look at it like it's only taking me 500 meters, but the set was 2,000. So it's taken 25% of the time to warm up into it. So yeah, bit of a continuous swim today, just 3 sets, had a 500 warm up, a 1K pool boy, and then a 1.5 paddles and pool boy, and I fucking hate paddles. I just hate them. I'm not very good at them. I don't like them. I feel like I'm getting better engagement in my lats now, and I feel like over the last few swims I've felt some real progression in my form. It hasn't really translated into my speed yet, but I can really feel, I can feel the water, like I'm feeling like the pull, and I'm feeling a bit more confident about it, and I'm happy with where it's going. 4 hours with some heavier sets in there, some kind of zone 2, well, mainly zone 2, but some sets of 10 minutes hard and 20 minutes hard, and I think 7 sets in there, and it was good. It's actually my best ride to date, in terms of speed, in terms of performance. I felt good, but I used to get the pain in my calf on my right side, and I don't really get that anymore from me kind of self-massaging, relieving my lower back. It's now in my glute, and fuck, it was killing in the last hour. I couldn't actually get over in the aero, so the last hour I was just kind of sat up the whole time. It was really painful, but in my sets I felt quite comfortable. Yeah, I was happy with that, and I enjoyed it, and I went out early, got soaked, new tri-suit, pretty good. I was worried about the old gooch, but it was actually okay. 4 hours, and my mind drifts quite a bit when I cycle. So even when I'm in my sets, I'm thinking like, oh, the first few minutes, I'm like, come on, and then the next thing I could just end up just laughing about thinking about things in the past. And like, oh, fucking hell, I'm meant to be pushing. So yeah, I guess I daydream quite a bit, but no, I enjoyed that, and it's going to be good to see someone soon next week about all of these issues. My calf kind of handled it well. It just feels bruised. It just feels like bruised, but I had no pain, 0 pain, so that's a big bonus. Just all in my right glute and quite a bit in my right knee as well. So something's going on my right side. I don't know if it's my left side that's fucking tight and this side's in pain, or if it's this, or I don't know. I've got questions that need to be answered. I mean, swim done, and it was okay. I kind of found a little bit of new form, technique, kind of, whilst I was swimming. I kind of really focused on time zip and really found that I could like get to the top of the water and really pull through, but I couldn't hold that for that long. And I think it's just down to swimming quite a lot the last 4 days. Probably swam, I don't know, close to 8.5K. So I'm just, I think about halfway through, my body just kind of checked out a little bit. I found some good form, but you know, it was one of them. I think it's just fatigue took over that session. But yeah, some wins. But the main win from today is that I saw physio before and had some good news. Kind of not a tear. He thinks I could have had a micro tear in there. It's so tight in there that he thought it was a tear straight away. But the way I moved on it and the way he felt it, massaged it, he said it couldn't be a tear because I wouldn't been able to do those things. He just said it was potentially one of the tightest. Oh God, I can't remember the name of it, but it's essentially my muscle that controls my arch, and my arch collapses so much, and I'm not doing any resistance. I'm not doing any strength training to build that up. So the muscle is going mental. But he said from my youth of playing rugby and playing sports throughout, my calves are really strong. So he said it's quite surprising that I've got as far as I have with this tight muscles, because he thought by this point normally it starts to pull down on the bone and get shin splints, but whereas my calves are kind of quite robust, I've lasted this long. So little time off, lots of exercises, acupuncture, massaging, and I should be all right. Day 150, another milestone. I'm not going to give it the whole spiel, but yeah, job's not finished. I was meant to go out for a 90-minute zone 2 on the bike, and I didn't charge my lights previous from Monday with cycling 4 hours, and I thought they would last longer than 4 hours. When I went to go cycle today, they were dead, so I just did it on the indoor bike, and yeah, it's been a while actually. I mean, the pain was coming back in my calves areas, but I think, you know, I've got some exercise and rehab, so I'm going to deal with that. But I actually enjoyed it in a way that missed that mental battle, because it can get quite in dark when you're on the bike just spinning for, you know, an hour plus. It just gets boring. When I say dark, I mean boring. But I enjoyed that mental battle today. That's the swim. Really didn't enjoy it. Didn't want to do it. I kind of wanted to quit. I felt like I was fighting a lot of demons today, and I kind of got to the end result of that. I'm tired, you know, I'm fatigued. I've not had great sleep this week, and I guess that's a sign for me when I start fighting demons when I'm swimming. I'm just tired. Got to overcome it. I mean, being tired is just kind of standard practice, being a triathlete, so got to get through it, got to break through it. I mean, the swimming wasn't great. I just couldn't get into a nice flow, but I found this thing of, I hate paddles and I hate doing them. I'm not very good at them. I don't have the right technique, and I could go on about that, but I kept looking at my watch to see times, to see how I was getting on, and I think it kind of had a negative effect. And on the last set with the paddles, I just didn't look at the watch at all, and I counted my reps, and mentally it just worked better. So I might start doing that in the future, just trying to stop looking at the time, because I kept assessing myself after each, like, kind of like 100, 200, I'm like, I'm slowing down. Then I was in my head, and then that's when it started to like kind of snowball. So I think I'm going to try and not focus on assessing each time and try and just go off feel, and I can kind of draw comparisons to that when I'm cycling, because the times have not been great, and I just been going off feel, and I'm feeling better and better, and over the weeks it's got better. So I think we're going to have to pull a little bit of that training mindset into swimming.